a good candidate for someone entertaining the idea of coming to PSE and being a meter journeyman would be a genuine curiosity. One thing that I almost held me back was you look at utility workers out in the field or all the equipment out on the street, the high lines, the big green boxes where the cool kids hang out, and you just assume that there's magic there, that you have to have a 4-year degree in electrical engineering and all this stuff. That's not true. What you need to do is be curious about why those things exist, what systems actually make those things make sense in the grid overall. So curiosity first and foremost, and it will propel you through any system, but certainly ours, because we are looking for that.
The advantage of a meter apprenticeship, as opposed to all the other trades that we have here, are that you can work here until you retire in this department, and there are various steps that you can go through after you become a journeyman. So you're an apprenticeship, then you're a journeyman, and then we have foremen, and we have meter techs, and we have leads, and we have advanced specialists. So there's lots of places to go in this department. Also, I had a career before this as a gardener, so it's not always going to be possible for me to work my body that hard. So in the future, here in the meter operations department, I can focus more using my brains instead of having to muscle through everything.
I think if you're looking for a career, a job can be really fun, you get a lot of independence, you get a lot of freedom. And if you can work alone and be independent and safe, it's a real good avenue to go down. Longevity, it's a good journeyman field to get into. The camaraderie of the group, the support structure of the group, you're not alone even though you work alone. Help is a phone call away. And it makes the job really enjoyable. And just the freedom to be able to get out and about, it's a pretty nice job.
On the typical day, we spend 7 hours in the van. And when you're going around in the van, you're going to have your tools that you have to bring with you as an apprentice, along with the journeyman stuff. And you'll end up using both because you can't bring everything with you. But all of the equipment and everything we need is in the van. We do a lot of work out of the van. So testing all the meters, that's done on a load box inside the van. Luckily, it's climate controlled, so you get to have the AC or the heater when it's really cold outside. But we do spend the vast majority of every day in the van. The typical day, after you meet up with your journeyman and you go through the work orders, you spend the rest of the day out in the field or in the van. So you basically live out of the thing, you take care of it like your home. You're gonna have all your tools in there, you're gonna have your journeyman's tools with you, as well as any other necessary gear, the load box or test equipment, so that you can test people's services on site. So you spend a lot of time in the van.
I started as a movie theater manager many years ago, and it was actually when I found that I was going to be a father that the movie theater no longer made sense, right? So I was looking for an opportunity. I had, thankfully, a friend of the family who knew about the PTA, and that's actually how I got started. She kind of pointed me in the right direction, started taking the test, doing the interviews and all that stuff.
I was working, before this, I was doing horizontal drilling at Patelka, which is the main contractor for PSE. But then when I applied to the Path Stage Apprenticeship program, I learned about metering as a career option. And the guy in the interview was super enthusiastic about metering. He told me how cool it is. I just thought the metering would just suit my strengths better. So that's why I went into metering.
So the advice I would give someone looking to get into this job was try to take everything in stride. You have to ride with multiple people. You have to deal with multiple personalities. You're expected to go to multiple different offices, as well as come into for school after hours once a week. So there are some demands on your time, and sometimes it could be frustrating, but it's all part of a process so that you can get the training and knowledge to do the work safely in the field.
The advice I would give somebody considering this path is take it serious. It's a good job. Working for a utility it's a stable career, and the pathway can be intimidating. If you're not a very academic person, it can be kind of hard, but you stick it out, you have a lot of help, you have a lot of support. Doesn't always feel like it, but it's there. We don't want people to fail. So even though it can feel like it sometimes, you got what it takes in a support structure to help you get through it.
You're a tester one for a year, and during that time you're really exposing yourself to a lot of the base of not just being a meter tester and meter operations, but Puget Sound energy on the whole. What does a PSE employee look like? After that year, you're an experienced meter tester, and you train the testers that come behind you. And the whole goal is, when an apprenticeship position comes open, you bid for that and you enter into a Meterman apprenticeship, which is 3 years. It's 2,000 hours of OJT, that's on the job training, per year, as well as 144 hours of RSI. The 2,000 hours goes by pretty quickly. You're paid, you ride with another journeyman, you learn all on the job stuff. The RSI is different. It's after work, usually 4 hours a week, so 1 class per week, and you get a lot of electrical theory and a lot of the metering ins and outs as they are presented in book form, and then it's your job kind of to paste those things together, where now you've had the book training, you've had the field training. How does it all communicate into what meter operations like skill set looks like?
A lot of the skills that you need as an apprentice, a lot of them are interpersonal skills, getting along with the journeyman that you're having to ride with. Sometimes it can be challenging, but realize it's just a 2-week rotation. You don't have to get along all the time. You're gonna have a couple little hiccups here or there, but just keep your head down, do the job. Having some hand skill or hand tool skills is definitely a bonus. Some math definitely helps.
Took me a while, took me more than one series of applying for this job in order to get it. So I studied for the exam. I researched and wrote down all my interview questions and answers. I prepared as much as I possibly could to be a successful candidate, because this was my goal. So you just have to really prepare and don't give up.
Part of every job is when you get on site, you have to make contact with the customers. The first thing we do is knock on their door. You go into the business, you talk with them, you explain to them why you're there, what you're doing. Sometimes customers are expecting you, sometimes they're not. And that's something you have to work through. You have to be diligent because you are on their property. Even though our equipment is on site, we still have to be cordial and nice.
You're kind of the arm of PSE. No one talks to a wireman. Very few people talk to a lineman. But I knock on doors 30 sometimes a day, and you will never know what's on the other side until they open it. And it is those skills that not only protect you in the event of they're just having a bad day, but it also paints a picture for PSE, because you are positively predisposing this person to a good member of a good department if you convey yourself in a good way.
The meter's goal, I'm going to throw my medic side on this. To me, the meter's goal is the heartbeat of the whole system. You've got all this infrastructure in place to support your body. The heart is the monitoring system that pumps that fluid through your body and makes it work. The meter is the center of that whole thing. You got the power coming in, you got the meter, and you got the building that it's feeding, and it's an integral part of the system. You can have without it, but then you don't have an accurate billing system in place to watch that. And that's what the meter does. It takes that power coming in, says this is what's coming in, this is what you're using, and we're going to keep track of it accurately. And that's what we do, I think, pretty simply.
So 95% of the time, we deal with live energized equipment. So when we're pulling a meter, it's live behind there. Anybody can get hurt from touching it. Sometimes it's lower voltage around 120, sometimes it's all the way up to 480 volts, and there's extra rules that apply. PSE provides all the safety gear and equipment that we need to do it safely. We have rules in place and checks and balances so we don't get hurt.
The meter operations department ensures that every customer, whether you use a lot of power or a little bit of power, is paying for exactly what they're getting within a very fine margin. And it is my job within the meter shop to ensure that the devices that we deploy into the field to measure this power are as dialed in as they can possibly be. I mean, within very, very fine margins, like everything we use is revenue grade, and it's my responsibility to make sure that the equipment being deployed in the field is treating every customer fairly.